Greetings, this is the Edification Coach, and in this video I will talk about how to handle your financial problems. From the book Your Infinite Power to Be Rich by Joseph Murphy. The first principle in the art of becoming rich is to realize that thought is the only intangible power which can't produce tangible riches from the storehouse of the infinite. Every created thing, every form and every process you see in this universe is the visible manifestation of a thought of infinite intelligence. As the infinite thinks of a motion, the thought becomes that motion. As he thinks of a form, the thought takes on that form. This is the way all things were created in this world. You live in a thought world, and in order to become rich and solve your financial problems, you must continuously dwell on thoughts of wealth, prosperity, and success. The infinite had to think of a sequoia tree to bring it into being, and the thought proceeded to produce the tree, even though centuries may have been required to bring it to completion. The infinite thinker, when it thought of a sequoia tree, did not cause the instant formation of a full-grown tree, but he started in motion all the forces necessary to produce the tree through the subjective wisdom operating in the seed. Likewise, when you desire to be free from all financial problems and all sense of pecuniary embarrassment, you must realize that you are a thinker and that you can originate ideas, images, plans, and purposes. Furthermore, become aware that all structures, inventions, and all things fashioned by your hands first existed in your mind as thought images. You cannot create anything in this world until you have thought that something into existence. This being true, saturate your mind with these truths, such as, I have absolute trust in God and all things good. I know that I will be able to meet any situation at any time, for God is my immediate source of supply, presenting me with all necessary ideas in the right way and at the right time. God's riches are forever flowing freely in my life, and there is always a divine surplus. As I repeat these truths, I know my mind is being conditioned to receive divine supply forever flowing. As you reiterate the previous truths and feel the reality of them in your heart, you will develop the spirit of opulence, and regardless of the economic situations, stock market fluctuations, or other circumstances, you will always be amply supplied, no matter what form money power may take. From $50,000 to $500,000 a year. A few years ago, a salesman who attends my Sunday lectures and who listens to my daily radio program asked me, how can I make a $500,000 a year? I am married and have 3 children. I barely make ends meet. My wife has to work in order for us to break even. In many instances, the explanation is the cure. I explained to him that the thought image or mental pattern of wealth in his mind is the first cause relative to that thing. It is the actual substance of wealth, untouched by any previous conditions of lack, limitation, or restrictions of any kind. His starting point was the thought image. He realized that this is the modus operandi for all expression, whether on the scale of the universal mind or his individual mind, which is itself a part of the universal mind. This salesman concluded that all he had to do was to communicate his thought image to his subconscious mind, and the result or manifestation of his idea would come forth. The following is the sequel to our conversation based on his letter to me. Dear Mr. Murphy, Shortly after I talked to you every morning, for the following 3 months I gave myself the mirror treatment. I stood before my mirror after shaving and decreed out loud, slowly, feelingly and knowingly, John, you are a tremendous success. You are making $500,000 a year. You are an outstanding salesman. I kept repeating this for about 10 or 12 minutes every morning, knowing that finally I would build in my subconscious mind the mental equivalent of $500,000 and that I would succeed in psychologically impregnating myself with that amount. I was guided to take up public speaking. I gave a talk about 10 weeks ago at our annual sales meeting. The vice president congratulated me. I was promoted and I was given a more lucrative district at $100,000 annual salary. My commissions and salary the past year have exceeded $500,000. Truly, the mind is the source of wealth and all the riches of heaven. He worked hard and got nowhere. One time I interviewed a junior executive who said, I work very hard, spend long hours in the company, and I pray every night saying, God is prospering me in all my ways, and I accept my good now. Yet I get nowhere, and I have not had an increase in salary in 5 years or a promotion of any kind. He admitted, however, that he was jealous and envious of the success and promotions of former classmates in the organization. His former college friends had gone up the ladder of success and excelled him. He was bitter and critical of their progress. This was the reason he got nowhere. Thinking negatively of his associates and condemning their wealth, promotion and success caused the wealth and prosperity for which he was praying to flee away and vanish. He was condemning the things he was praying for. He was hurting and injuring himself because he was the one thinking and feeling these negative states of mind. Actually, he was praying two ways. On the one hand, he was saying, God is prospering me now, and in the next breath, silently or audibly, he was saying, I resent that fellow's promotion and increase in salary. He began to realize that his mind is a creative medium, and the thoughts we think about another person we bring to pass in our own experience. He reversed his mental attitude and made it a special point to wish for all his associates health, happiness, peace, and all the blessings of life. He made it a habit to rejoice in their prosperity, promotion, and success. And as he continued in this attitude, promotion and advancement came to him. His changed attitude changed everything. A sure way to become financially secure. Money is a medium of exchange. It is a symbol of freedom, beauty, luxury, power, refinement, and rich and joyous living. Money may be looked upon as a divine idea, maintaining the economic health of the nations. It should be used wisely, judiciously, and constructively. You become financially secure by impressing in your mind that money is not only good, but very good, and it blesses mankind in countless ways. In your mind, continue to imagine that you are a distribution center, that you possess all sorts of riches, and that you are bestowing these blessings on others. As you do this, you are opening the way for still greater supplies to flow in. Your motive is right, and you know in your heart that you have the right to plenty of money. You expect it to flow in avalanches of abundance. Your security and happiness are the results of the wise use of the power and wisdom resident in your subconscious mind. Life will reward you when you believe and accept success as your divine right. The real key to financial security is to constantly feel Know and imagine yourself serving others in a grander, greater, and more wonderful way. Imagine greater and greater success and abundance happening to you. Accept all monies received with a deep appreciation and use them freely with grateful acknowledgement to the infinite being from whom all blessings flow. Use the following prayer frequently and you will convey the idea of financial security to your subconscious mind. I know that money is an idea in divine mind. It symbolizes wealth. I recognize it as a means of exchange. All of God's ideas are good. God created all things. He pronounced His creation good and very good. Money is good. I use it wisely, judiciously, and constructively. I use it to bless mankind. It is a very convenient symbol. I rejoice in its circulation. God's ideas are instantly available to me. I have a divine surplus. God is my source of supply. That is my supply now. Wealth of all kinds flows to me in avalanches of abundance. There is only one God and one mind. Every idea in the mind of God is spiritual. My relationship to money is friendly. It is a symbol of God's wealth and His infinite abundance. The idea of money is omnipresent. I am one with all of the wealth in the world. I use it for good only, and I thank Thee, Father, for Thy supply. Now, important points to recall here. 1. Riches are all around you for the simple reason that you live, move, and have your being in God. And God lives, moves, and has His being in you. God is omnipresent. Therefore, all of His riches are present everywhere within you and all around you. 2. The creative power in you is unlimited and inexhaustible. Your true wealth is in identifying yourself with the spirit of opulence. 3. Stay your mind on God and sense your oneness with the infinite storehouse of riches within, and riches will flow automatically into your life. 4. If you think of lack, limitation, and restrictions, you will create more lack and limitations of all kinds. What you give your attention to, you magnify in your world. 5. Realize that God is the eternal source of your supply, meeting all your needs at every instant, and wonders will happen in your life. 6. A magic formula for paying bills and banishing all debts is to give thanks that you have received that amount of money when you receive any kind of a bill, and the idea will gradually impregnate your subconscious mind. 7. Your thought is the only immaterial power you know, and your thought can produce tangible riches from the invisible storehouse. Think riches, and riches follow. Think poverty, and poverty follows. 8. Your thought image or mental pattern of wealth is first cause relative to wealth. It is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. 9. To condemn the wealth and prosperity of another is to hurt yourself. Your mind is a creative medium, and what you wish for the other, you are wishing for yourself. You are the thinker, and your thought is creative. 10. You will become financially secure by mentally identifying yourself with the eternal source of supply which never runs dry, and by having a deep desire to serve others in a grander, greater, and nobler way. God will supply all your needs, and there will always be a divine surplus. There will always be a divine surplus for you. Love and gratitude to you, my friend. Remember to like, to share, to subscribe, and to write in the comment section. Remember, doing these things will motivate me to over-deliver. I am thankful and grateful for you. Take care. See you later.